Hello Blades, my name is Bartolka. So Brand recently came out, but I don't really have anything to say about him. Since I'm not pulling him, the only thing that I did pull on this banner was Chun-Li's weapon, and that's kind of it. And since he's kind of a hot topic right now and I have nothing to say about it, I started to kind of try to think of a new topic that could be potentially relevant, unlike the negative statuses and the whimpering waste tokens, the videos that I did before. There is a rerunning event which is called Infinite Battle Simulator. It is running along Brand's banner. And I played it a bit, it was kind of fun, just running around killing the mobs in an unknown ways, because I didn't read the buffs and I didn't understand why Rocha's skill just was spawning on top of my head for no reason. But then Zentontas went live and on stream killed the boss without any exploration whatsoever, basically killing the premise of the whole game mode. Thank you, Zentontas. But this moment allowed me to think of the weaknesses or the problems of the game mode and how they could be fixed. So the topic of this vid is how Kuro could fix or how Kuro could make Infinite Battle Simulation better. Right now we have 5 single player stages that have very crazy and some fun buffs in them. For example, Rocha's skill has no cooldown, Chun-Li doesn't leave the true side ever, you can cast Phoebus mid-air heavy as many times as you want, etc, etc. We should leave them as they are, but add 3 more stages, or rather 3 more maybe game modes I would call them, into this event. But first, those 3 stages have some general rules. The first rule that I want to add to those 3 stages is that we can only play trial characters. And in addition to that, every trial character has a dogshit build. This would bring more balance to the game mode and also make it rely solely on skill and not the investment. Secondly, those fun buffs should be toned down a bit, or maybe even removed completely, which I don't really like, because, well, if Kuro will give us a certain amount of trial characters, it's not gonna be really, that exciting to play, and if they want to give us a lot of trial characters that we can play with, then it would bring the problem of, they will have to make more buffs for more characters, and it's like, I don't know about that, man. Thirdly, and it might be even the biggest one, leaderboards. I will talk about how I want to implement leaderboards a bit later, but right now let's focus on the task at hand, which is those stages themselves. So the first stage is pretty simple. You get spawned on a map, you have 3 to 5 minutes to explore as much map as you possibly can, and then you get teleported onto the arena. On the arena you have to fight as many mobs and as many waves as possible, kind of like the Whimpering Wastes, but the only thing is that the higher you go, the more scaling the mobs have. So basically you can get even fucking killed. And in the end, either when your time runs out or when you die, we combine all the points that you get from slaughtering the mobs, we get all the points that you get from exploring, we combine them together, and we put you on the leaderboard based on the points that you get. The second one and the third one are kind of similar to each other. The second stage is kind of what we have in the game right now, which is basically you explore, you kill the boss. The only 2 differences is that, first of all, we have the rules that I have explained earlier, and also the bosses are the buffed versions of the Hologram 6 bosses, which basically means that you cannot really kill the boss without any exploration or you will get slaughtered. This will incentivize players to explore the map at least to some extent and then to get better. Now the third one is co-op. 3 players get spawned on one map. This map is divided into 4 segments, 3 of which form the outer circle and the 4th one is like an inner circle. Every outer segment is specifically made for 1 player, which basically means that only 1 player can enter that segment. The main goal is to kill the boss in your own segment and then get access to the inner segment, which is the inner circle, and kill the boss there first. Why would this be fun? Well, first of all, you can lose, and second of all, you can steal a boss from another player. So this is like the whole experience of the competition right there. Now the leaderboard rankings on those 2 stages that I have proposed will be based on the time it took for you to finish the map, so basically to kill the final boss on the map. Now the rewards. I don't specifically know what the rewards should be, because I'm not an expert, so I have some ideas, and then you will think to yourself if they are good or not. So right now we gain the rewards by completing the stages, gaining some certain amount of points on those stages, and when we reach certain thresholds we get rewarded. It's fine, but I also think that Kuro should add some simple quests, for example like kill 500 trusted discords or kill 10 bosses. Now the rewards for those quests are kind of, getting the points. I'm thinking about something like Battle Pass, where you complete the stages, you gain the points, you complete the quest, you gain the points, and the asteroids are only locked behind the first, like 10 maybe levels or something of the Battle Pass, which basically will, let casuals just get their asteroids and log out, and more sweaty players can just continue grinding if they want to. Also, those quests will not be daily but maybe weekly or even monthly, which basically means that casuals will not get punished for not playing the game mode whatsoever, they will not be forced to play the game mode whatsoever. Now the leaderboards themselves. They're kinda simple, the higher you are, the more rewards that you get. I don't think that Asteroid should be locked behind the higher rankings of the Battle Pass, but just, get into 75% of the whole player base on the server and you will get all the asteroid that you want. Then when we move higher we get, maybe some standard pools, for example, I don't know, some echo boxes maybe, tuners, I mean anything. It can be anything at this point. And the highest level gets like the biggest amount of something that we can farm on the map, which is like a fuck ton of echoes maybe, a fuck ton of upgrade resources, like the fucking flowers, or I don't know, maybe energy cubes. By the way, energy cubes seem really cool. Anyway, I have a lot of faith in this game mode. I think it has a potential to be permanent if we implement the changes that I have presented. It is still kind of fun right now if you're playing it like for the first few times. So you maybe should try just, exploring and abusing the buffs as much as possible. And yeah, I'm fucking out. Hell the Blades.